welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Spent a little time over the last couple of days checking out a new website of a longstanding contributor and friend of The Price of Business, Tom Taormina. Tom, I am so delighted about the changes, the visual changes, the reading changes, the content changes at your website. But before we jump into that, why don't you give the elevator speech of your company?
Well, top of the morning to you, Kevin. Thank you for the compliments. A new year, a new image. The only human that truly embraces change is a wet baby. But I'm really excited about our new brand of the Apollo Business Solutions. And the reason for the branding change is because we spent so many years working on developing the Apollo business model, which is how we won the space race in 7 years, and it's now codified and ready for the world to embrace. We're regularly helping companies understand that with a team that has vision, mission, and values, and a goal that is really difficult to achieve, that we can put together a team that'll achieve the impossible.
I'd say the thing I may have liked most about it is your new tagline. I think it's been fantastic. Think outside the globe. I love that. What a clever concept, and that's exactly what you're trying to do, is get people to think more long-term, more consequential. You know, in some ways, for people with, I think, your and my personality type, more obvious, but I'm amazed on how confused people allow themselves to be in terms of not thinking consequentially. I love this concept, though.
Well, thank you, sir. And every day we listen to the news and hear some new bit or bite coming out of Washington, D.C. that is just absolutely egregious as far as I'm concerned, like taxing the account where you save for your kids' college. And no one is thinking outside the globe. No one in Washington is thinking outside their own future or their own legacy. And man, it's time for us to wake up.
Yeah, no question about it. So I'm sure that this is beyond just a style change. Substantively, what does this mean for your firm?
Well, we have been fortunate in where I reside is next to the new Tesla Gigafactory, where Tesla and Panasonic are building a 5 million square foot facility on 1,000 acres, and we have now have the impetus with that sort of thing in our little county to take world-class business resources, bring them to our local companies and Tesla, but also to make everyone aware that the way of doing business in the past can be over, and you can be the best in class in your industry, as Tesla exemplifies in their automobiles and pretty soon in their batteries. So the Apollo business model is being taught at the Center for Business Excellence outside of Reno, and we are eager to start having people from all over the country and all over the world sit in on our awareness seminars and start to think outside the globe.
Yeah, no question about it. I think it's fantastic. Now, talk about how you help your clients. How do you work with business?
Well, thanks. That's a great question. There's no one who knows more about their business and less about their business than the business owner or the CEO. That means that the business itself, the idea, the values, the goals for the business resides inside the heart and the head of those who are in charge. There are two issues. One of them is that oftentimes that person is the only one who understands where they're going and believes that everyone osmotes or sucks in their energy. And the second is they don't go typically outside their inner circle to discuss with the people who actually do the work what is going on inside the business. So as you and I have discussed many times, our business leaders today work at the business and not work on the business.
Yeah, no question about it. And so you try to get them to take a different approach.
I do. I go in and hold up a mirror to them and say, who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you know how you affect the people around you? Do the people around you understand where you're going with your company? Are they invited to be part of the success of the business? Do they have a set of rules that they help create, that they follow? And is everybody in on the rewards? And that usually either gets me thrown out or gets me a CEO or a business leader that starts to think outside the globe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's interesting, and it's hard to find someone. There's a lot of business owners with problems, but not a lot of business owners with honesty about why they have problems. And a lot of people, I think, intuitively want to look externally to what's wrong when often it's the person in charge.
Oh, absolutely. It's not my problem. That's the typical response. And the only way I can see that we're going to turn this around as a general trend is to start having some really, really big success stories. And the big success stories need to be told, but not in a business book where you follow some prescription that Michael Dell or Jack Welch did, but in books like It Was Rocket Science, of course.
It's a great book.
Where they learn the process and the methods and the introspection to fundamentally change the way business is done from guerrilla warfare to everybody wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's one of the things that made America great. A lot of cultures still have this idea of win-lose. In a business transaction, there should be a winner and there should be a loser. And America was one of those countries that I think uniquely really set across this idea of win-win situations, and that's the best in business.
It is, and unfortunately, our entire financial infrastructure of the stock markets and those exchanges are built on winners and losers. And I can't help believe until we fundamentally change that approach. I'm not suggesting doing away with the stock market by any means, but I am suggesting that we look more closely at how value is generated in companies, and that's not in the stock, it's in the product or the service.
Yep, no question about it. Tom Taormina, great new website. I want to give the website is ERESONANCE.com or residence.com. And thanks so much, Tom. As always, great job.
Thank you, sir.
And I look forward to seeing how this message of yours gets out. I expect it to have a big footprint. All right, we'll come back. Much more for you right here on The Price of Business.